Hello, welcome to SLIMCD. We're going to show you how to create an invoice. So first thing, log on at the website. Get your client ID and password entered. And since we're going to be creating invoices, our first step is to go up to Invoices. These are all the invoice options right here. Our first step is to manage settings. First thing you want to do is check your tax default rate. If the default tax is not the tax in your area, go ahead and adjust that. And of course you can add a due date. And should you need to list any terms, you can go ahead and type those in right here. This is the default logo URL. And if you want to put your logo in there, you can simply change that. And if all looks good, go ahead and update settings. Now back to the left column. And let's click on Manage Products. This is where we can pre-add various products and products that you need to get into the system. To add a product, go right here to Add Product and take that. You have your description of the product, the price, is it taxable? If it is taxable, go ahead and leave that checkbox in there. If it's not taxable, remove the check. So I'll go ahead and add a product. I have a paint bucket for $5.95, so let's create that. At the bottom here, take Create. And now on the products list, we take a look for paint bucket, and we can see that right here for $5.95. The next step is to manage customers. So back up at the left-hand side and take Manage Customers. To add a customer, up here to the left-hand side, you take Add Customer. And this is where you would put all the information. So go ahead and enter that. Once you have all your information added, go ahead and take Create Customer. Should you need to change any info on the customer, back to the left here and take Manage Customers. Up comes your customer page. Go ahead and click on the name and go ahead and make your changes. And then take Update Customer. So now we have a product and we have a customer listed. Next step, let's go to List Invoices. At List Invoices, this is where you go to find your invoices. To find a particular invoice, go ahead and take Select. Down at the bottom here is a line item showing shoes, unit price, and so forth. To see what the invoice looks like, take Show Invoice. Up pops the invoice, and you can take a look at it and review it. Now, so far, this demonstration was to show you how to add info before you create an invoice. So now we're going to create an invoice. So move over to the left-hand column and take Create Invoice. Use the Customer drop-down box to find the customer that was created. I just created this one. If the customer is not in here, then you can enter the information starting with the company, the name, and so forth. You can enter it right here. Down here you can add whatever notes you need. Now we move down to the bottom and add items. If you have to create the price item, go ahead and enter that information. Or if it's already in the system, go ahead and check your drop-down box. And I'll pick the one I just created. So we'll go ahead and add that. And you can see the item is added to the invoice. Now we go back a page and you can see the paintbrush on the line item. To preview what the invoice looks like, go ahead and take Show Invoice. And here's the account we created. And to get off this page, you can go ahead and take the X box or just back click. Let's go ahead and take the X box here. Now we're ready to send the invoice, so we'll scroll down and take Send Invoice. On this page, you have a couple of choices. You can go ahead and text the invoice, or you can email the invoice. You can add your message if you like, and then hit Send. Now to see if the invoices have been paid, you move up to the top and choose Invoices. Over to the left and take List Invoices. And this is where all the invoices are located. The invoice we first sent out, and the very last column will be Date Paid if the invoice was paid. And that's how you create and send an invoice.